Hi, Paul Makeham here from Performance Frontiers. This month we've been exploring the changing shape of leadership, or what we call leadership for now. And our understanding of what it takes to lead effectively today continues to adapt and evolve. But at PF, we believe that the necessary skills and attitudes and beliefs of effective leaders all merge together to form a powerful composite that could best be described as the wise leader. One of the core components of wise leadership is understanding how to care for and to work in service of those around us. Wise leaders focus more on giving rather than glory, and they do that with a view to developing the potential of the individuals they work with. And the flow-on effects of this are really quite significant. You get increased levels of trust, you get deeper sense of belonging and commitment and loyalty from the team. But to truly work in service of others, first, we need to strengthen our empathy muscle. And today I'd like to share with you how we can do that by getting curious in two ways. Curious about ourselves and curious about others. For ourselves, this means identifying those needs that sit underneath our feelings and our words and our actions. This is what Brené Brown calls developing our emotional literacy. And to help with that, think of a recent situation where things didn't go as well for you as you would have liked. How did you feel in that moment? What was the unmet need that you experienced? And what were some of the judgments that you might have formed because that need wasn't met, but with the benefit of hindsight that you could have suspended? When it comes to getting curious about others, this is really all about attuning to their needs and to doing what we can to support those needs. So, for example, think about a time when you could have listened better to a team member. What was going on for you at that time? What might the obstacle have been that was getting in the way of your effective listening, whether you were distracted or perhaps you'd already formed a judgment about that person or that situation, or some other kind of noise that was getting between you and them. When it comes to serving ourselves and serving others, really calling on the power of curiosity is just a critically important practice. And we can think of that as a wise workout to strengthen our empathy muscle. Thanks very much for listening. We'll see you next time.